Hey guys, in this podcast, I want to talk to you about starting your own podcast to build your brand and get your music out there to more fans. Let's go.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base.
So hey guys, a lot of you know, obviously I have a podcast. Some of you don't know that I also have a radio show. And believe it or not, my radio show, it actually costs me money. I have a radio show called Fighter Radio that's syndicated across 56 U.S. stations, and we're trying to get it on more stations in Canada, UK, Australia, hopefully. We haven't done the big push on it yet, but we need to do that soon. But it actually costs me about $1,000 to produce that thing every month. But what is good about it is that it gives me this thing called leverage to get other bigger artists on my show. Okay, I interviewed a bigger artist the other day that's bigger than me, and part of the reason he said yes to the interview is because, look, dude, I'm going to be playing 4 of your songs on the radio show, and it's on 56 radio stations. So what artist is not going to want to be in front of that audience, right? And so it's an amazing platform. Well, what is the new radio now? It's podcasts, right? And that's why I want to encourage you to think about starting your own podcast and building your own platform on that channel. And look at it this way, okay? Yes, you have your music, but you also have a personality. You have other things that you're interested in and that you're passionate about, and you might want to think about talking about those. Maybe you're really just a guitar head. Maybe you're a real drum head, and you want to talk about that. Maybe you're a gear head, and you want to talk about that stuff, or baking, or God stuff, or Christian stuff. I don't know, faith stuff. I'm really into personal help and self-development, and you could be interviewing other people and build a massive following. And all of a sudden, when you have that, then you can leverage that to get other bigger people. And then when you have bigger people, there's more of a chance of you being found. Like, so now when I get him to promote this podcast or her to promote this podcast episode or my radio show, it gets me more of their eyeballs, and I'm literally tapping into their fan bases for almost free for just doing an interview. And people love interviews. Okay, so I want you to really start thinking about, first of all, what it is you can talk about that you're passionate about, and then maybe who you want to interview. And we use this software called Libsyn to get our podcast on Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher and iHeartRadio. It's called Libsyn. It's Libsyn. Okay, that's where we pay just a small monthly fee to do hosting with them, and they're just awesome, and it's just great. And podcasting is just a really great way to connect with people and build that relationship, and they can hear your voice and know that you're a real person. And supposedly, that podcast listeners are worth a lot more than your regular Instagram follower or Facebook follower. Again, I believe that because they get to just really get to know you and know that you're real, and they get to trust you, and that's people like to buy from those they know, like, and trust. So it's a great way to build that trust and build that bond. And then you can even take that same episode, like you could just record your podcast on video and then take the audio and put that on podcast. But then you've also got it for YouTube as well, so you can use it in different modalities. But what I love is when you interview bigger artists or people with bigger platforms, and you bring them on your podcast and they promote it, you promote it, and it just has this really massive, big effect and starts to blow up. So if you've wanted to start a podcast and you haven't, honestly, I just want to tell you how easy it is. Like, I used to record in my studio all the time and set up the mic and all that stuff, but I didn't really enjoy it that much, as opposed to just going for a walk or going for a drive and talking to you like I am now. And I'm just talking into my phone right now. That's all I do, is I talk into my phone, and then I email the files to myself or to my guy, and he edits them for me. And we just made an intro, and he edits them all down, uploads them for me, and they're all scheduled out, and we like to batch them, about a month and ahead. I personally do 2 episodes a week right now. There's one time where I was just doing 1 episode a week. To do one every single day would be way too much for me. But maybe you want to do one a week. Maybe you want to do one a month, but I just encourage you, get started. It's a great way to build your brand and build authority and to build trust and just to get exposure out there. Get your music out there and exposed to more people. And it's fun too. And it might not be for you. It's not for everybody, but I personally enjoy it. And I just wanted to throw that out there because I think it's something that you might want to consider doing to build your brand and build your fan base. And that's what I'm all about, right? So, hey, again, we meet on the 12th and 24th of every month of Fanbase University. If you have not joined yet, you want to do that because we send you 2 books in the mail. You get access to all my programs, okay, and just get that one-on-one help. I'll fix your ads. I'll take a look at your stuff, answer all your questions, whatever it is that you got, we answer it, and you get to be around an amazing community of other artists that are trying to market and grow their fan bases too. Have a great day.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full-time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.